Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, and this is the foolishness is continuing. Okay, this is love during lockup. Okay, season 5, episode 20. I think it's episode 24, and the fools are still fooling. They are. Okay, we got, the new people around here. We got 6 brand new people, which means we're going to probably see some of these folks coming up on the new season in a couple. Well, this is May. What's about to be May? So I'm assuming sometime in mid to late June, we're going to get us a new season of love after lockup. But some of these people, if they make it off of love during lockup, okay, but y'all know, look, if you do not know, first things first, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Okay, subscribe. Like the video, please and thank you. Hit a little share button. You can comment in the comment section. Okay, follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and the TikTok around here. Now, I also was live. We had a whole little live conversation about Honey Amanda Seals. We went into the deep conversations of autism because that's the genre of work that I do. Okay, that's what I do. So we had a whole conversation about autism, diagnosing, and blah 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 blah. But a good little chit chat. So that is up on my channel already. So go ahead and watch it. Okay, but for right now, this is what we are here for. Okay, now y'all know I love the foolishness of it all. So yeah. Now next week, I believe next Saturday, Love and Marriage Huntsville is back. So that means next week, either Saturday evening at around 8, like 9 p.m. our time, I'm going to either do an after show chit chat for Love and Marriage Huntsville, or I will do a live on Sundays around 4 to recap Love and Marriage Hunts of the Ville. You don't have to watch it. Just watch me review it. Okay, but I'm here. It's late, y'all. It is 1 o'clock in the morning, but I'm still wearing my lipstick from earlier, from when I was on live earlier. But hi, how y'all doing? I hope you all are having a good Sunday. The summer is here. Winter is left. Winter's it. Bye-bye. Okay, it is summer. Summertime. And I think that's when love and lockup, blends, blossoms the most, okay? When the sun is out and people around here making bad decisions with prisoners, okay? First up, we have Andrew and Candace, okay? Child. Pola Andrew, Pola, again, he's 11 years older than Candace, who's in jail for burglary. I'm sorry, prison, because prison and jail are 2 different things, okay? Prison and jail are 2 different things, okay? Candace is in jail for burglary. He around here wanted a burglar, okay? Why would you want a burglar? We see Andrew packing up a bag, okay, because he lives in Jersey. He's driving a 3-day trip, driving to Vegas because she's getting out in Vegas. Well, in Nevada. I don't know what city. I think it's somewhere in Nevada. Okay, so he's driving there because again he's getting her that apartments in Nevada. So he's packing a bag and he's packing a Louis Vuitton. I said, packing a Louis Vuitton. First of all, you should never pack a Louis Vuitton purse with a whole bunch of stuff. That's not what is. You don't overpack. You do not overpack a Louis bag. Okay. He had some Valentino sandals for $500. The Louis Vuitton bag, which he said cost I said $1,500. I was like, because the bag looked bigger than my bag, and I'm like, I think my bag was like 15. Was it 15? I don't remember. But I was like, I don't know about that price for the size of that bag. Anyway, an Apple Watch for $250, Chanel sunglasses for $400, a $250 gold chain, and then $1,000 iPhone. Okay, he's then zipping up the Louis Vuitton bag. Okay, because he put all that stuff in the bag, and the zipper broke. I was like, that's not a Louis. Child, it came up. I was like, how did that happen? And when he drives, because he's driving, to Vegas or whatever, And she calls and he say, "Oh, babe, don't be mad at me, but I was packing up your bag and I was zipping it up. And when I zipped it, the zipper popped off." And she said, "You have to be gentle." I said, "Not with a real Louis Vuitton." He did not yank it. He was just trying to zip it. Just a little zip. Now this is not Louis Vuitton. My Louis bag is another one. This is my Michael Kors bag. The leather. He did this. He was like, and it just ripped right off. Can you imagine? I don't know. That okay, I had my purse full and I had put my coldest bottle full of ice and water in my Marc Jacobs in my Michael Kors bag, and that wasn't a Louis Vuitton bag would never really break the zipper. Simply because you're zipping up the purse. That bag is fake. Do you have money for real? Is you he may be lying. I don't know. Anyway, so but it's okay, it's fine. And on the phone, she then says, "So while you're in Vegas, in Nevada, would you just want to look at houses or someone to live there permanently, just to see what's out there?" He was like live there, not live in Jersey. Yeah, just to look, just to look around. He was like, "Oh, okay." Now I was like, "Child, red flag, red flag, red flag," because the plan is supposed to be she's in Nevada for a couple of months until her probation or whatever gets transferred to Jersey, and then she's supposed to move to Jersey to live because he has a house in Jersey. So Candace has been divorced twice. She has a son from the first marriage. The ex-husband has custody of that son, and he also has the visitation is under his discretion, meaning he doesn't have to let her see the child. I said, "Well, she back and forth in prison. She may be bad influence." So she's like, "I want to stay in Nevada long enough to get some kind of written custody of my son before I move to Jersey. If it takes a few months, 6, I don't care." Now I was like, "Is that the plan? Does he know that?" I don't know if he knows that. Okay. Now Andrew says, "Look, I will be a little bit upset. I will be just a little bit perturbed, okay, if she did not want to move to Jersey because in her prison profile, okay, it said she's willing to relocate." And I guess I feel like they have been discussing things as if once her parole is transferred, she'll move to Nevada. Girl, she'll move to Jersey. I don't think she want to move to Jersey. I think she may want to. He already spent an arm and a leg paying for his place, her place, and all these things. This gonna be more money. And the fact that he just spent all that fake money on that fake bag, he can go broke. Okay, so y'all, we gonna see because she getting out in a couple days. Okay, a couple days. Next up, we have a new couple, Shante and True. Okay, Shante is 35 years old. She's a restaurant manager. Okay, True is 31 years old. He is locked up for first-degree robbery. Okay, now they did not say how long he's been locked up. I don't think they did. Okay, but they did. They did. He's been in prison for 12 and a half years. I said, wait a minute. Hold up. He's only 31. Okay. And I was like, when I did the I said, oh, so he has been locked up since around 18 years old. 18, whatever. I said, so he's a baby. A baby, okay. And I said he still look to me. Okay, to me. To me, he still looks like a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a kid in trouble. I'm a kid. But he's in there for first-degree robbery. I think it was like first-degree robbery, maybe a little bit of assault, maybe during the robbery or whatever. But Shante said, I love him. Okay, I love him. I want to be with him. Okay, because he was there for me at my lowest point. Now she has not said yet what her lowest point was, what he helped her through. But I feel like when people say the person in prison was there for me, I'm like, all they have time to do is call you. They don't have anything else to do. So I feel like nobody should feel like when a person in prison takes up their time to call you because you also put money on their books for them to call you, to feel like that means, oh my God, they have been there for me. They've done so much because when I put money on their books, they call girl. Anyway, I'm like, what did you go through? Yeah, I don't know. But Shante, that's him now. Okay. That was him when he first got locked up, 12 years ago. Okay, yeah, 12, I'm sorry, 12 and a half years ago. That was him 12 and a half years ago. And this is him now. Because they, like, he was shooting scenes in the prison. I'm like, oh, they in the prison. So that means he probably getting out. Because if they got approval to shoot scenes with him, he probably getting out. I said, first of all, child, when people have that, like the shade part up front and like the C1 in the back, it confuses me. Now, they met because True knows her stepbrother. And apparently they were her and the stepbrother and whoever else was riding around, and he was on the phone, and she saw a picture of him and said, oh yeah, I like that. Not a picture of him from before he went into jail, but a picture of him when he was in jail. Because when he was in jail, he's buffed up. He's bulk now. And I like that. And they've been together. Now I'm like, that child, she at home cooking, have a little crab boil. They talking about doing it. When he see them, no breaks, no time out. I'm like, sir, you was a kid when you were, do you even know how to do it right? Like, you know how much stuff, you know how much sex has evolved since you've been in prison? Now, what have you learned about sex in prison? Shante, I have to keep pronouncing that the right way. Shante, and True have never met in person. They've only saw each other like via the phone, video chat thing, in photographs. Okay, and I said, oh, okay. So he feel like it ain't no big deal because again, we have video phone chat. So I've seen her, just not in person. Okay. I love her. She's my woman or whatever. Okay. When I get out in a month, I'm gonna do with her. Okay. That's fine. Now, Shante said she spent about $30,000 on him. Now, they did not say how long they have been together. However, they are engaged. They have been engaged for a year and 9 months. So I'm assuming they've been dating for maybe like 2 years. So but about 10 years into his prison sentence, she found that man in the car on the phone one day, and now that's her future husband. Okay. Now I said, Jesus Christ. Now we also realized Shante moved from Kansas to Missouri because True will be paroled to Missouri. And so she's like, my man, my man, my man. I'm gonna move from Kansas to Missouri because he has to be paroled in Missouri for at least a year before they will allow him to patrol out to a different state. So she said, I'm going to just move there and stuff. So she's paying for her own house in Kansas, plus the house that she's living in here in Missouri. Her house in Kansas is up for sale, but has not sold yet. So right now, she's paying two bills. Okay, she's spending about $5,000 a month on the two houses. I was like, girl, what? Because he gets out in a month. I just, I just, I'm not paying two mortgages or even a mortgage and a rent. I'm not paying to live in two houses for no. I don't even like going to hotels. Why? I pay hotel fees here and I don't girl, no. No. Okay. Anyway, it's weird. And when he proposed to me over the phone, but he used my kids too because he proposed or whatever. He had my kid, my son, her son 16. He had my son put the ring on my finger. I was like, oh, that's cute. Anyway, we then because she's sitting there, her nieces came over. What the nieces at? Her nieces came over. I said, first of all, the one niece, I said, ma'am, why do you have those bat wings on your eyes? Can you see? I feel, child, it should be against the law for people to have eyelashes that's so thick that you can't see. You can't see. It's almost a DUI, driving under the influence of eyelashes. It's weird to me. Okay. I'm like, thick girl. I'm like, what is going on? Them eyelids is heavy. Okay. But she's sitting around there talking to her nieces or whatever. And she cooked the crab walk. And I love him. I love him. I moved here because I love him. I want to be with him or whatever. I'm also the first Black girl he's dated. I was like, now that's a catch-22. He went to prison at around 18, so he hadn't dated much. It's not as if he went to prison at 30, and he's now 42 or whatever. He has been in jail for 12 and a half years. He's only 31. He didn't have chances to date many people. And the people you date from, teenage years to 18 don't really count. You're a child. However, your first woman as a Black person is someone you get with while you're in prison. I mean, it sounds a little suspect. And then bad eyelash cousin, niece, or whatever was like, girl, don't be dumb. Do not be no fool for no man. Because why he ain't never dated a Black girl? Because he had never dated. He went to jail at 18, 19. So, child, I say he ain't lived yet. He gonna get out of jail. He gonna want a PlayStation 2. He gonna want a little CD. He gonna want some mixtapes. He gonna want a VCR. He wanna go to Blockbuster. Okay, he wanna go to Circuit City. Stop dating children. Just don't date the children. It's just so weird, okay? And it's also like it seems like she know it may not be all the way cool or whatever, but she like, I love that man. When she said I've spent almost $30,000 on what? Is it crack? Well, probably because moving. Probably moving. Anyway, next up, our resident gay couple. Okay, we have Michael and Joey. Okay, Michael again is in prison. He's been in prison with intent to deliver drugs, trafficking, and stuff like that. Okay, and Joey is 46, and he's a real estate brokerage coordinator. Now, I said looks can be deceiving because I feel like this episode we really found out Joey, Joey don't need to be dating nobody. Joey needs Jesus. Okay. Joey has now photoshopped a picture of him and Michael because, again, to visit Michael in prison, they require some kind of photographic evidence that y'all knew each other before prison time or whatever. And so he photoshopped a picture of him and Michael. And I said, sir, you don't know how to use Canva, do you? I could have did it better than you did, sir. It's just like when I see folk with with edits and it's a person like shoulder is cut off, I was like, why y'all cut the shoulder? Like y'all don't know how to child anyway. But it was there's a picture of it. I don't know about a picture of it. It wasn't a bad job at all. I don't have a picture of it. But it is if they don't pay much attention, it will pass. But if they look at it and like just look, they'll say, why is his shoulder cut off? Is this real? This isn't real. can't come visit. Anyway, so he sent the picture in, and Michael said, well, I hope they just don't pay attention. Like he said, when I saw it, I said, nah, I can see some little discrepancies or whatever. But again, they shall see. So they talking because Joey's mom was like back in town or whatever. So they want to have like a video chat for Michael to be able to talk to and meet Joey's family before he comes home from prison. So while talking, they get into the conversation of like body counts because Michael is a horn dog, allegedly, okay? And so he like, well, what's your body count? I'm like, first of all, child, when I was a teenager, I was maybe 19, 20. I was like not a child. But I was on between 18 to 20 when I was in these streets. Hey, I don't know, I was over 18 because I had already graduated high school and I was hanging out. So this had to be, 19, 20, 21 years old, hanging in these streets or whatever. And my friend Rain's mom at one point told us, if you're counting sex partners, you're childish because adults are able to make decisions and be, steadfast in their decisions, and they're not counting. If you're counting, it's a little bit childish. I was like, I don't know. I never had to count. I mean, I got to count, but I ain't got to count. Child, when Joey asked Michael what his number was, like he said, you mean like outside of prison or in? I said, in prison? Okay. So he said, well, like outside of prison, I guess it's over 100 people. I was like, over 100? He's 40. He said, well, I'm 40. I was like, I mean, depending on how, I don't know. Look, most men are sluts. Anyway, but he said, he was clearly saying, man, this is a high number. It's over 100 people. He said, but in prison, because he's been in and out of prison like 4 or 5 times. He said, but in prison, like it's, Johnny, Bobby, David, Heathcliff, or like 7, maybe 8. I was like, but Joey said Michael is a horn dog, meaning when he's in prison, he wants the sex or whatever. He said, so you haven't had anyone like within this thing. He's like, no. Yes. Michael been getting digged down. Or he's been dicking down because he's a top. So he's been digging people down in prison. You can't. If you've had 100 people outside of prison, you are in prison doing something. You know what I mean? Anyway. So he said, look, I promise I won't go back to prison anymore. I'm going to be a good person or whatever. Because of Joyce, look, I would not do, more time with you. Like, if you go back to jail, I would not be out here waiting. Not at all. So we then see Joey talking with his family. The family, his mama, it was his mama's daddy, his 2 siblings, his sister and his brother, and then like a sister-in-law, the brother's wife. And they find out like, oh wait, so okay, we're gonna meet him over the phone or whatever. But then they found out that Michael is also a former addict. Joey's an addict. Joey, shocking, all of them is addicts. But like, oh, he's a former addict, and he's like, well, yeah. And how many times has he been to prison? Oh, like 4, I think. 4 times. They're like, oh shit, something ain't right. We don't know. They don't feel like Joey needs to be the person to try to save Michael from being a prisoner because Joey has his own demons to handle. Plus Michael is a habitual offender. I mean, he keeps doing the same thing over and over and over. But you are a recovering addict. You don't need for anyone else to trigger you to use again. Okay. So we then see the family. Where you at? We can't see the sister whose faces happen to be blocked by the thing. But we see the dad, the hat on, his brother, the brother's wife, and his mom, and then, Joey. So they're talking to Michael, via video while he's in prison. And they was like, we're Team Joey, okay? We don't really care about you. We just want you to do right by him. Like, all we really care about is him. You know what I'm saying? And him being okay. And we have to get, and they weren't mean or rude with it or whatever, but they very a matter of fact, like, we're Team Joey, okay? And so Michael, like, I just want a chance to get to know y'all in person or whatever. I can't wait to meet y'all in person. I can't wait to meet your parent, like to meet the parents in person, whatever. When he said, I've never had a dad, like, I didn't have a dad growing up, so it'd be cool to experience what it's like to have a father figure around. I was like, that was so sad. And the dad said, oh wow, well, okay, we'll see when we get home, okay? So it was, it was like a nice awkward, what do you say to somebody in prison, and he has to go eat food with strange men, and we finna sit here amongst family and eat. So, bye-bye. So the family then sit down, Joey goes, not Joey, Michael, the call ends. And Joey mentions how, because they said, well, how often y'all talk? He said, I talk to me, not often. I put like $50 a week on his book. They're like, you don't have that kind of money? I was like, is he broke? Because I was like, Joey has been living with his family, his parents, for 10 years. You don't have an additional $200 a month to send? Because I'm like, did you pay? Maybe you paid. I don't know. I don't know what bills he paid. But I feel like most parents who let you live with them is like, don't, because most parents own their house. So they're not trying to like get rent from you because they want you to save money up to get the fuck out. So it was telling to me that the first thing that the sister said, or the brother, was, you can't afford that. I'm like, $50 is only $200 a month. If I live with one of my parents, with my mom, child, I will be rich in a couple of months. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom would not want me to pay her bills. Her house is paid for. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's not you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, I just need my space, and I just can't, But, so it's weird that they said that he can't afford that, meaning he must have some money issues or whatever. And so there was like, well, what else? What does he even need that much money for? The brother then said, so he needs you. Like, he's around because he needs you to keep sending him money. And I was like, that's sad. The sister then says, well, I'm worried because I know that you relapsed with him. And I was like, no. He told us last episode he's been clean from alcohol for, I think, 12 years. But that 10 years ago, he did some heroin. But he made it seem as if he had been clean since then. He then said, I do have like a terrible secret that my family don't know. And this is the secret, that about 5-6 months ago, before Michael went to prison, Joey got high with Michael. And only the sister knew. And I was like, now the dad was like, what is that? Are you, the dad was shocked. Okay. The dad was shocked. The brother starts crying. The mom, I was like, look, like, you can tell he has been struggling with him getting clean and staying clean, just by how the family was like crying. I was like, what the fuck what is going on? And the sister, like, I felt like the family needs to know, because you are going to be back with him. And the last time you used it months ago was with him. And the dad said, did you go back to the needles? God, I'm so disappointed, Joy. He said, yeah, it was back with needles. I was like, not back with the needles. Oh God, not everybody crying, because again, the daddy is a former addict. Joey's a former addict. If the brother might be one too, I don't know. But they like, the fact that he always says he gets high because he feels alone, he feels depressed. And if you're with somebody, you're with Michael, for you to still feel depressed and lonely, it's heartbreaking, because that means when he gets home, you could still use because you still feel lonely. You're not. We need you to get some help, Jesus. Okay. The dad feel like I'm a recovering alcoholic for 35 years. I lost my mom and uncle to addiction, and I'm just like it affects the whole family, and I'm scared for my son because again, he gets high when he feels alone. And if he's with somebody who he got high with, like who's gonna stop him from getting high? So Joy says like I was feeling sad and lonely, and I wanted to feel something, and so I got high. I got high to feel something, and after 12 years of being clean, he says, "But Michael was there telling me like, oh, you can't give up because you come so far. Like he rescued me." I was like, wait, but if Michael was also getting high, how did he rescue you? Now you were like suicidal, and he said, "Don't do that. That's different." But I'm like, if he was also high, he didn't save you because he did not stop you from getting high, girl. I'm like, not a whole freaking a secret relapse. I took crack, motherfucking crack. And the child, I was like, the brother was, I was like, it's so, and the dad seems so sad. That is so sad. Oh, Jesus, fix it. Anyway, Ayana and Jamal. It was really nothing with these two, whatever. Ayana has to go to her anger management classes because again, she has court for the fight that she had with ex best friend who was Jamal's girlfriend at the time. So she had that fight that she got into before. She had the two DUIs as well. She has to go to court in a couple of days to turn herself in to either do up to 90 days. She can do maybe 15 days or whatever. And so, again, she's like, oh, something's going on. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh my God. Okay. And she's more, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like, I have to figure out how to talk to Jamal while I'm locked up. And I was like, you can't just not talk to him. Like, you're both in prison. Neither one of y'all can do anything. She's like, because two prisoners are not supposed to, you can't call each other. But you can call someone who will then put y'all on three-way and you can talk that way. When I was like, girl, first, girl, I was like, how you more concerned with talking to that man while you're locked up and not the fact that your kids will be without their mama while you're locked up for up to 90 days. Anyway, so worry about your kids. Anyway, she goes to her therapy for anger management or whatever, and she discussed how growing up, she always felt like the black sheep. She always had anger issues because she kept so much bottled in on how she felt. That her dad did not protect her, so she always felt like she had to be her own protector. So she's like tough, and because she's a tough kid, she's not a tough adult or whatever. And so I'm now a tough young adult, and if I get pissed, anger, and she's also holding a whole bunch in how she like I don't really cry much at all, and um she said I'm a broken girl who looks at my man Jamal as the person putting my pieces back together. I was like, he can't put you back together, ma'am. You need to put you back together. I was like, Lord Jesus Christ. But she's at therapy and the lawyer calls her. The lawyer then says, hey, the judge pushed your court date up to the day before. So now instead of it being on Tuesday, it's gonna be on Monday. She's like, dang, okay, fine. Because she was gonna go see Jamal on Monday since she would be going to jail on Tuesday. And now she has to go to court the same day she's supposed to go see Jamal. What am I gonna do? I don't know. I don't wanna miss seeing him. I have not seen him in person in months and blah 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 blah. And I was like, bitch, go to jail. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Because my thing is, you're going for up to 90 days. The lawyer already told you if you do these classes and show that you have learned your lesson, they'll probably give you the 15 days, and you probably won't really do 15 days. It'll be maybe 5. Okay, go do it. Okay, you can see Jamal later. He ain't going nowhere. He's in prison. And so she's talking to the therapist after the call, and she's frustrated because again she's sad, overwhelmed. She sees all these emotions, and she admits how when she's feeling stressed or whatever, she's like, I don't really cry. I hold it all in. I keep it bottled up tight inside me. And the therapist said that's why you have anger issues, because you're not letting out your emotions. So you're holding in all of your anger issues, all of your feelings, and you blow up. You explode. Anger issue. You need to start crying. And when she was sitting there, she let some tears out. She cried out her frustration. And the lady said, that's what you need to do when you feel like crying. Don't pack it down. When you pack that shit down, it explodes. Okay. So she's like, you cry. Cry, 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 cry. Okay. And so we shall see what happens. Anyway, lastly, Tinny and Rob. I don't know. I feel like their situation is going to be a little bit crazy once he gets home. Now, Teeny and Rob, again, he's 34, she's 33. He's in jail for robbery with a firearm. He's been in jail, I believe, 16 years. Yeah. Anyway, he'll be out in a month. So, like, he's getting out. They on video chat, working out and stuff in the house or whatever. He said, like, I need a favor. Since I'm getting out soon, you should meet up with my mama. Yeah, meet up with my mama. You know what I'm saying? Because like y'all should meet up tomorrow for lunch. Because I'm coming home soon and like you can kind of fix that. I was like, it sounds like it's some bullshit. Now, we find out that Teeny does not have the best relationship with his mama. Okay. Rob said he don't know why. She said, yes, you do. Don't you know why? So Rob had asked Teeny to give his mom $500. Okay, Teeny gave the mom the money as told to by Rob. Rob then said, hey, I need you to take the money back from my mom. And she said, well, I don't know. Like, well, I don't want to, cause any issues or whatever. But Rob said, no, it's fine. Just ask for it back or whatever. And then, it should not be no issue. And so she asked for the money back. And ever since then, his mom don't like her because she gave her the money and then asked for it back. And she never told the mama. And Rob never told the mama. It was him who said to ask for it back. And I was like, this how you know he ain't shit. Because why would you not say, Ma, I'm going to have her get that money back? Because for whatever the reason was. But her teeny like, but the mama feels like and has felt like all this time it was her who was like, give it back. And not her punk ass son. So we see Rob's wife and Rob mama meet up. Now when Teeny walked in, the mama had a complete, I said, child, that mama's still pissed. Okay, I don't even think she said hi. When Teeny said hi, the mama didn't say nothing back that we heard. Now, I don't know if they cut it out. I'm not sure. Now, Teeny said they have not saw each other in 3 years. So for the past 3 years, the mama been pissed at Teeny. Rob mama been pissed at Rob's wife for 3 years because Rob said, get the money back from my mom. Okay. And I said, and the mama said, it's been 20 years. Why we here? And she said, it has not been 20 years, but hello. She's like, look, you know what I'm saying? Rob, asked me to come meet up with you because again, he's about to get out and he really wants us to reconcile, because once he's home, he's saying we're gonna be a family. The mama said, look, I have to handle my son and deal with my son because that's my son. However, if he bring around somebody that I don't like, I'm not fine of, I mean, I can go along with it. However, we would not be this happy looking family. It won't be no little happy picture. I was like, who comes in like that For what? I was like, why are you mad? She then said that money situation still got me. I'm still pissed. I'm still in my feelings. Okay. Because that caused a beef between me and my son. And she said, Rob was the one who told me to get the money back. Rob said, ask for the $500 back from my mama. I know it looked like it was me asking for it, but he told me to do that or whatever. So I'm saying it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? It was him. I told him he was pissed off at me, whatever. And he said, leave it alone because you would get over it. And it's been now 3 years later and you still pissed. I am and is. I was like, the mama attitude. This, she said, you could have called me yourself and told me what happened. You could have explained to me, blah, 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 blah. But you ain't do that. She said, no. I reached out. Did you not get the Mother's Day gift I sent you? And she said, it wasn't enough. Okay, it wasn't enough. Okay, you could have called me personally. You know, you sent me a gift wasn't enough. Y'all up here living good. Look at your car. Look at your car. I barely made it up here. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here struggling, taking care of my mom. Y'all up here like living good. Now, Teeny even lets us know Rob has been in prison for 16 years. Okay. He went to jail for armed robbery. Where the money come from? Where the money come from? But she did not say what kind of business, but Rob and the brother has some kind of business that has been going on. It's successful in whatever way. She said so. Rob has a nice lump sum. He's a prisoner who will come home to a savings account with money in it because of his business with his brother. So I said that's how she's able to be, because her job is stay-at-home mom. Because Rob business takes care of the house. Her prisoner got money. She's smart. Okay. That's why it's carrying us all, because he's paying for it. He's paying for it all. And when the mama said, look at your car. Look at your car. Look. I can understand someone feeling like you see me struggling and you know I need help. And you have this money sitting that could possibly just give me $1. Give me $1. But we don't know how much money it is. 3 years ago, who knows? You know what I'm saying? We don't know. But Rob's wife said he gonna come home to a savings account, but she not saying how much money. But the fact that she is a stay-at-home mom, it's a nice lump sum because she ain't gotta work. The bills have been paid. You know what I'm saying? But maybe the money he makes is enough to take care of his family and not enough for him to take care of the mama and the grandmama. But look, don't y'all be careful, because the mama then said, child, the mama said, because he's like, look how y'all living. Look at your car. Look at your car. It's like a nice car. I barely made it up here. Okay. Y'all doing good. And I'm struggling. She then said, and his ex-girlfriend, I think the girl name must be Melissa. They bleeped the girl name. When he was with Melissa, I'm saying, she was concerned about me. She would worry about me. I'm saying she would make sure I'm okay. She would look out for me, unlike y'all. Okay. And she was like, what a cut. I'm out. Tina gets pissed because I'm the wife. Why would you bring up his ex? Why? I'm the wife. I've been the, because they've been married for like 4 or 5 years now. But the mama said his ex, Melissa, would make sure I was okay. When he was with Melissa, I didn't have to worry about, and I said, that's the issue. Rob got with Teeny, and the free access, or just the general access to financial help that the mama used to get through the ex, she don't get that through Teeny. So she don't like Teeny. And then Teeny getting the money back from her made it nail on the coffin. Because she said, his ex-girlfriend Melissa will always look out. I was like, she's like, no, I'm not gonna be this. I'm not gonna sit here and then I'm leaving. I'm done. And got up and left. Now, Did she have to get up and leave? I mean, yeah. Don't or sit and have a conversation. Say, hey, I don't know what happened between him and old girl. I wouldn't know. Hopefully. However, he controls the money. Do you think that maybe he ain't with her because she was too loose with the money? I would ask question about what you mean she was helping. Well, how did she have access to the money? Because I don't really have that much access to the money. I have to ask Rob. So I would ask more questions. But Tina got up and she nah, bitch. Rob has trouble. Between him, his mom, and Teeny, it's gonna be some trouble in paradise. Okay. Anyway, that's it. That is all. Okay, girl, man, see foolishness. Okay, look, y'all know to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Again, do not forget I was live yesterday because y'all gonna get this on Sunday. And there's a live up. We had a good old conversation about some gossipy things and also autism, the seals, and all that stuff. Okay, so again, do not forget to watch that video. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. I gotta go. It's late. Love you all. Bye. I might also be live today at around 5. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, I gotta go.